tad bit wet out there.
Integrity splashdown, sending post-landing command now.
Service nodule separation scheduled just 31 minutes from now.
We see a beautiful sunrise over the west coast of Australia.
We copy.
Commander Reed Wiseman reveling in his final hour in space on this mission as Integrity is passing over the southwest coast of Australia now at an altitude of some 7,600 nautical miles.
Yes, people, we are back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, and whatever part of the world that you're watching this. Welcome back to the old Southern Pine. Today, Fiona and I are back in the state forests. Our first state forest road is closed, but the Artemis II is about to make re-entry, and so we are pulled over because that comes first. We are going to watch this. We're glad to have you guys here with us. I am excited for this, and it is it's going to be amazing.
Houston, we got a great view of the European service nodule out the window with the sun hitting the side and the solar rays and the NASA worm right there. It's a beautiful looking machine. Houston, bridge is complete. Crew and vehicle are configured for entry.
Now 6 minutes away from entry interface, we will hit the first traces of Earth's atmosphere at an altitude of 400,000 feet, traveling about 34,882 feet per second. Ranged splashdown at that point will be 1,701 nautical miles.
So the crew of the Artemis II and the Integrity right now are currently traveling 33 times the speed of sound.
This view from Integrity as it crosses from southwest to northeast across the Pacific Ocean 3 minutes from entry interface. And as predicted, we've entered our communications blackout. No voice, no data from the crew. 30 seconds away from the anticipated point of peak heating on the vehicle, where temperatures will rise to about 4,000 to 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit. This is the true test of our trajectory. Still do not have communications from the crew.
Integrity, Houston, comm check, post blackout.
Houston, Integrity, we have you loud and clear.
Your trajectory is nominal and your recovery teams have visual.
Guidance looks good.
And a view of Integrity from the WB-57. We're at 50,000 feet. And there go the first series of parachutes. And we're on drones.
And Houston, we're visual 2 drones out the window.
Main chute deploy. We're at 5,000 feet. Search and recovery beacon has been activated on Integrity.
Integrity splashdown, sending post-landing command now.
Splashdown confirmed. From the pages of Jules Verne to a modern-day mission to the moon, a new chapter of the exploration of our celestial neighbor is complete. Integrity's astronauts back on Earth.
To the entire crew of Artemis II, welcome back to Earth. That was absolutely amazing. Mess of turkey tracks around here. Here's where we were going to be camping tonight. That ain't going to work. On to spot number 2. Well, that's spot number 2. Clearly that ain't going to work. Alright, well, I guess we're off to spot number 3. We still got ice on their lake. Alright, so yesterday didn't work out. We tried 5 different public locations. We probably called 15 campsites in and around this area. Everything was closed down. No camping options were available to us. So We got a hotel for the night, and we're gonna try again today. Let's get going. Hello? Excuse me, miss. Do I need to do anything for checkout?
Do what?
Do I need to do anything for checkout? There wasn't anybody up there.
No, I could just take
Okay,
that.
thank you so much.
Yep, no problem.
Got a really pretty lake over there that's still frozen over. It's mid-April. That's a good-looking scamp. Hi, little one. And the reason that we are up here, we are in Bacchus, Minnesota, because we are picking up the table for our scamp. All right, so it has been one frustration dealing with them right after another. Like I gave them the measurements for the table so that they could pre-drill and do the hardware. Took pictures showing the measurements. They still got it way wrong. The brackets are like an inch off each. There were a couple of other parts on the order that I had. I showed up. The only thing that was there and ready to be picked up was the table itself and the hardware that some of the hardware that they had put on there for me incorrectly. And that's coming from the factory. Honestly, I don't even know if I'll put this in the video or not. I'm more venting right now than I am anything because it was so frustrating. I drove a couple of hours up here. Thought that everything was going to be ready so that it would be easy for me to be able to just hook it into the brackets that are already existing, put in a couple of screws and call it good. Now that's not going to be the case. I'm going to have to redo a bunch of it. Now the sales guy that I was talking to, he was great. He went back and forth over to the factory, pulled the bits himself, walked me through some of the like the best way that he thought to do it. My order wasn't complicated. And every step of the way was painful. Anyways, thank you for listening to me vent. For those of you guys that ask why I'm never wearing a coat, usually it's because Fiona's laying on it. I'm not about to take it from her. me. Oh, tad bit wet out there. All right, well, we're in the Scamp now, which is great because it is pouring outside. And lest we forget the cardinal rule of camping, that unless you are Jesus or George Street, take your boots off at the door. Well, guys, welcome to camp. It took us quite a while, but we finally found somewhere. Nice. We've also got one more over here. Another addition to the Scamp. And so we finally have a better tablet mount. Articulated. But now that we've got some lights on in here, we're going to take a little bit of a break. I'm going to get some dry clothes on. All right, well, the rain has finally let up. So as I was saying, before we were surrounded by sandhill cranes, is that the rain has finally lit up. Before it gets dark, I think we're gonna let Fiona stretch her legs for a little bit. And it's time to go for a walk. All right, baby. Complete. Come on, little one. Hey, with me. Slow down. Hey, stay with me. With me. Hey, with me. With me. With me. Well, would you look at that? The locals have come out for a visit. Just a little ways past the truck, we've got a white-tailed doe that's crossing the street out there. It's okay, sweetie. I think that was me. Yeah. While I absolutely love this Scamp, and I love how the bed is, the cushions are I have slept on various grounds that are softer than those cushions. So, our friends over at Ogery reached out to me. They've got a self-inflating mattress. The measurements are pretty close to about right, so we're going to give that a shot and see how it works. Well, you gotta let me undo it first, baby. It is still getting mighty cold in the evenings. It's going to get below freezing tonight, or I think it's going to get to freezing tonight. So we brought ourselves an electric blanket. You're in the way. You're in the way. And we've got our VTOMAN power bank with us that we are going to use to power this thing. And some of you guys had suggested putting it underneath us. So we're gonna give that a shot and see how that works. And we've got our wool blanket here that we're gonna use to sleep with tonight. And our Fiona pillow. Yeah, you. We've got our Manta Sleep Pure Silk pillowcase. Watch out, little one. We are all set up. I think it's about time to get some supper started. Tonight on the menu, we are having taco bowl with turkey sausage, onions, Spanish-style rice, pinto beans, green onions, or chives, I'm not sure which, sour cream, hot sauce, and maybe some taco seasoning, and cheese. Get our large cast iron pan on here to heat up. Open a little extra ventilation here. And we'll go ahead and add in our olive oil. Now, these individual packs of olive oil, Lovely Brad just buys these off of Amazon. We'll leave a link in the description below if you're interested. It's not any kind of affiliate link or anything like that. It's just a regular question that we get asked. For y'all that are wondering, the feels like temperature outside is currently 38 degrees Fahrenheit, and the temperature inside the Scamp is 51.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Big thank you to Lovely Bride, who has very generously gone ahead and cut most of this stuff up for me. Turkey sausage in. Now that we've got the turkey pretty well going, add our onions in. Most people like to add their onions in pretty early on. I do not, because I still like to have some crunch to my onions. And we've got our pinto beans drained off outside. Put those right in. Add in the Uncle Ben's rice. Mix all that magic together. I am going to add a little bit of hot sauce to it, but I am not going to add that taco seasoning to it because I don't think it needs it. A little bit of sour cream, because why wouldn't a fella do that? A little dab will do you. See y'all over at the supper table. All right, you guys, this smells amazing. Oh yeah, cheese is already starting to melt in there. That's perfect. Yeah, that was perfect. That Spanish-style rice added all the seasoning that I needed. That taco seasoning would have been far too much. This is perfect. Some of those chives in there too. That is delicious. All right, you guys, we're going to finish this up. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that there may not be a whole lot of leftovers left over, because that's pretty good. We'll catch up with you guys soon. So this little cubby right here perfectly fits my VTOMAN power bank. This is the big one. You're gonna move this right under, right under the bed here. Charging the electric blanket. Says that'll run it for, is that 11 hours? Meantime, I am also going to charge up a few extra things. And we have found our first leak. So this nut was pulling and dripping a couple drops of water. It wasn't anything bad, but it was enough. Oddly enough, I don't have tape or anything like that in here, which is a cardinal mistake as far as I'm concerned. But I did have a Band-Aid, obviously, and my first aid kit. So what I did was took the sticky edge of the Band-Aid, went outside to where the bolt goes in through the Scamp shell, and just covered that up. It's a temporary fix, but it'll at least slow down any kind of dripping that'll come in through the night until we can actually get up there and put some silicone on it. I went ahead and cleaned up the dishes and the cast iron, so that's all sorted. Dinner was fantastic. I did have one tiny little bag left over, maybe half of a plate in there. I just too full to eat it, so take that home to lovely bride and let her give it a shot. And there's another leak right there. A drop of water pulling off of that. Well, it looks like the first dry day we are going to be doing some siliconing. Be a good night to test all this out with all the rain that we're getting. Nothing else to do about it tonight. It's time to curl up and watch a movie. Okay.
An associate of the Duke's got lost in the woods. I was just dropping him off.
I did $5 million a year for absolutely nothing. It's a pretty good payday.
It's not about the money, Freddie. It's about removing ourselves from a criminal organization.
All right, y'all. Well, it is late. We've had a great evening. Fiona is curled up here under the blankets with me. So unless anything else exciting happens, we'll see you guys first thing in the morning. Good night. I just wanted to sleep in a little longer. We had an absolutely fantastic night of sleep. The rain went on for a good portion of the night. The Ogery self-inflating sleeping mat here is so much more comfortable than those cushions are, and actually fits surprisingly well. All right, you guys. Well, we ended up taking the morning a little too easy, and now we've got to get going. So we're going to skip breakfast, and we're just going to grab some coffee on the way home. If you have stuck around this long, well, bless you. Bless you. If you've stuck around this long, we truly want to thank you. It really does mean a lot to us. Please consider liking, subscribing, commenting down below. And if you're watching, well, it's a gunshot. And if you're watching this video from a mobile device within the first 7 days of it being uploaded, please consider clicking the hype button. It's one thing that YouTube's asking us to have you guys do. Supposedly really helps the channel. And until we meet again under the old Southern Pine, stay safe. God bless.